Day 3. Why are you? Yes, why are you here? Why am I here? This, my friend, is $1,000,000 question. Maybe I should say it's $1,000,000,000 question. Is gazillion a real number? Why are we here? What is my purpose? What is your purpose? This is an age-old question, something humanity has questioned since the beginning of time, I'm sure. Of course, everyone wants to claim to have that answer. Having that answer provides the one with that answer great power and control. Let me say that again. Having that answer provides the one with that answer great power and control. So as they say in the conscious community, stay woke. People who have the power and influence to establish truth in our lives have unlimited power. They teach us our limits and paint for us an image of a final destination contingent upon what we do and don't do. Again, they teach us our limits and paint for us an image of our final destination contingent upon what we do or don't do. They have established this as truth, and many of us have accepted their truth. I'm very excited about an upcoming workshop where we'll go into that in more detail. But my hope is for you to be free from all bondage. I believe it's a part of my purpose. My hope is for you to be liberated, to not only live, but to thrive. I'm honored to be here with you, having this discussion. I have questions too. I am a seeker. I don't claim to know it all, even though there was a time where I thought I knew it all. I'm just thirsty for deeper truth and revelation. We can all learn together, which is why I'm so excited that we're here together now. Let's look and seek together until we find out why we're here. Let's go over a few things that I feel confident in saying that we are definitely here to do. To breathe, to love, to see, to experience, to gaze upon, enjoy, and engage with nature, to make love, to create life, to express, to taste, to move, to hear, to grow, to smell, to rest, to laugh, to cry, to dream, and to imagine. Day 3, Part 2. You are here to discover you. I'm going to go out on a limb for a minute and say one of the main reasons you are here is to discover, uncover, and unfold yourself. Knowledge of self has always been the root of ancient African education. For those of you who aren't sure about that, we are living in the information age. Do some research. Read some books. Do your due diligence to find this information. This legacy was stolen and twisted through religious teachings. History writers, program developers, and those in power studied these teachings, these ancient African teachings extensively. Among other things, of course, they stole some information, if not all, They tried to destroy or did destroy key information, and it was distorted. It was twisted and fed back to us as their truth. Okay. Listen, that is something I'm very passionate about, among many other things, and I so look forward to discussing that in more detail. If people truly knew who they were, they wouldn't buy into these programs that we're all stuck in. If you really knew who you were at your core, you wouldn't be so quick to line up for those new Jordans. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. There are a lot of other examples I could have used, but I just saw that on social media the other day. People busting down doors and breaking through doors to purchase a pair of shoes. So people who have true knowledge of self are not under the manipulation and control of outside entities. Basically, they live and are led by their God self. So man, that means you and me, were programmed to do the opposite. The people that we have accepted truth from, the people in power who have established what the truth is, have taught us that divinity is outside of us. That this quote unquote God in the sky, side note, the image of this particular quote unquote God in the sky is, or so happens to be, an image of a white man. That's a whole nother seminar in itself. Okay, but we have been programmed to believe that we are filthy rags, that we're not worthy of, quote unquote, this God's presence. Not only has man been programmed to seek for this God in the sky, we've also been programmed to believe that this God in the sky will bless us with our heart's desire if we gain his approval. That he'll bless us with more stuff, more possessions, more things to be distracted by. So all of these outside things we strive for keep us from focusing on the place where God's kingdom actually is, which is within. We have neglected ourselves. We wear masks. We hide behind fake smiles with our shiny new quote-unquote blessings from God that come a lot of times with 48 easy monthly payments. I'm just saying, at this point in my life, I'm not being judgmental, by the way. I've been there. I know what it's like. I've experienced the stress and frustration of maintaining my blessings from God. It's time we turn back to our roots. It's time we turn back to the truth. It's time we discover ourselves and take a look at the ancient Kemetic or African teaching that they established everything on. Everything was established on this teaching. Man, know thyself. Day 3, Part 3, Experience. Let's take a moment and set aside our deep thinking caps. Let's put away the mystery of it all for a moment. Let's simplify this question and take it back to the basics. Matthew 18:3. Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." So let's observe and identify a few things about children, some of their traits and characteristics. They are joyful, playful. They like to run around, lots of energy. They laugh loud. They're carefree. They typically enjoy being outside. Side note here, unless we purchase those gaming systems, of course, then they don't want to go outside so much anymore. But that's a discussion we need to have when we talk about programs in the system. Okay, so what else about children that we can identify and learn from them? They don't meet strangers. They're friendly and inviting to everyone they meet. Children embrace the experience of life to the fullest. No stress, no worry. no strife. Children live in the now and truly enjoy the experience that life offers them. You are here to experience life. I am here to experience life. Not only to live, but to thrive. Be grateful for being alive, but don't forget to live. So sing loud. Dance like no one is watching. Smell the roses. Enjoy the wind when it blows. And the next time it rains, go outside and have a dance on me. Don't worry about what anybody thinks. You'll thank me later. Many are alive, yet not living. Day 3, part 4. Woo! To serve others towards their divinity. I just have to share this with you. Okay, I'm sitting here recording, and just as I was looking at my smartphone, reading this text that I wrote, I was just about to say day 3, part 4. Then I look up, and the time on the clock is 4:44. I love it when that happens. Okay, we'll talk about synchronicity later. So if you see a lot of series of numbers, often, if you see on the clock 333 or 1111 or 555, 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me. So yeah, if you see a series of numbers often, you wonder, like, why do I always catch these numbers? Like, those are messages. Those are indications and signs and signals to you that you are on the right path. So be encouraged. Okay, I just had to share that. That was so good. That felt so good. Okay, so why are you here? Why am I here? We've talked about to discover you, to discover myself, to enjoy and experience life and nature to its fullest. So what else is there? Other people. You share this earth, this space, and time with other people, other human beings. We are here to serve one another, to love one another, to teach one another, to assist each other, to encourage and sometimes correct one another. Yes, sometimes we hurt one another. Yes, there is purpose in pain. Often painful experiences and disappointments are the catalyst towards us looking within and the unfolding of our beauty. I get it. That's a difficult thing to accept. In a perfect world, we could all sit around and sing in perfect harmony. In a perfect world, there will be no pain, no hurt, no disappointment, no tragedy. How we interact with one another is a complex matter that I don't claim to have the answers on. I'm just looking, I'm seeking, I'm asking, I'm knocking. In today's society, we have some horrific acts of hatred taking place. Honestly, it makes this point difficult to make. What do you do with the racist? What do we do with the rapists, the pedophiles, those who are determined to keep the poor down and continue to fatten the rich, the greedy? What do we do? You guessed it. That's another seminar. What is the ultimate truth about all of our interactions, both good and bad? Because as we look within, before we can touch our divinity, we must face our darkness. Yes, it is also there. Another truth that has been established for us is that this evil, this darkness, these acts, these horrific acts, are because of a devil or Satan, some entity that's out to get us all. So we blame another outside force for evil. when the truth of the matter is we live in a duality. We have highs and lows. We have darkness and light. We have good and bad. And that's also within us. We have to face our darkness. We have to face those parts of us that are detrimental. Because until we face it, we can't get rid of it. These Band-Aids aren't working. You know, let's be honest. Let's be honest about everything. Because with truth comes healing. With healing comes more truth. It's a complex matter. There's so much to consider and to discuss. But the bottom line is, we are here together. We've got to figure this thing out. Moment of transparency. It wasn't until I began to look within and know myself that I truly began to handle interactions with others more successfully. Relationships aren't easy, but we are here together. So let's do everything within our power to find ways to dwell together more peacefully. Before we can dwell together more peacefully, we must find peace with self by looking within. So as we wrap up day 3, we have taken a look at the why. Why am I here? Why are you here? Will we ever truly know the fullness of that question? I'm not so sure. I'd like to think so, but I'm not completely sure. And it's okay. I can say that there have been individuals that I've crossed paths with who were obviously walking in divine purpose. I can say there were moments, times in my life that I know that I've been walking in divine purpose. So I think it's a beautiful dance, of highs and lows, of in and outs. Of course, that is a matter of perception, which could differ contingent upon the one who looks. Again, I'm not sure if we will get to the fullness of this answer here during this physical experience. However, I find great joy, pleasure, and purpose in having these discussions. So continue to look within. Explore yourself to the fullest. Pay attention to how you react to certain things and ask yourself why. Don't suppress your emotions. Discover them and monitor when they surface and ask yourself why. It's natural to seek for a deeper purpose in life. Each of us wants to be important. We want to be validated and appreciated. We want to know that we matter. We each feel that calling for something deeper, that pull towards something greater. Each of us, everyone does. The feeling of deep disappointment is life-changing. Could it be that we've missed a very important step in our search for purpose? Could it be that we have overlooked the most important purpose of them all? Discovering self. Affirm with me, you were created by the infinite intelligence that we call God. You are whole and complete. You are worthy. You are here to discover your divinity. You are here to express life and experience life to the fullest, to share your experience with others. Here's our exercise 9 times or more. Say it with me. I am here. I am magnificent. I am an expression of the Creator. I will respect, appreciate, and have healthy interactions with myself, nature, and others. Peace and progress.